technical difficulties today. But let's get down to the mess and mess. First off, like, share, subscribe, and join the channel. It's your boy Apostle. How y'all doing today? Good evening, good morning, wherever you at in the world. I said now let's get down to the mess and the mess that we got today. And first up, that would be Candice Owens. So Candice Owens ended up getting herself, she's being sued by the French president. Him and his wife, him and his wife filed a defamation lawsuit against her because she apparently said that the French president wife was a man, was a transgender. And the article said it was saying yeah, it said they said that it did a lot of harm and stuff, spread false allegations on his wife, accusing I want to say her name, Bridget, yeah, Bridget, being a man. This article was a man, in fact, the man. I said, y'all wrong for that. Y'all even more wrong than she was. So, him and his wife is suing her because she spread lies, launching a conspiracy back in March 2024. That she did it said she did an 8-piece podcast on Bridget, on the French president wife. I said, girl, you's a shady heifer. So now they suing her for defamation. And good luck, girl, because I said you gonna lose this one. But let me know how y'all feel about it. Let's move on to the next. Let's get into baby. Now hold up. So this mother tells her this son thought he was doing something about recording his mama. And his mama screamed from the top of her lunch, I hate all my kids. Trent, you ain't the only one. So I told Trent, I told all of y'all I hate y'all. I hate my kids. I ain't want to be no mama. I said, so the son is 17 and he's very disrespectful. She said, you record me, but when you get out of my house because you actually call me, when you won't call me out my name. I said, well, girl, I said, he shouldn't be standing. Because the boy didn't deny that he didn't call his mama out her name. He telling her about the father. She when you go tell when your daddy don't even want you. When you go tell your daddy. I told him the same thing. I hate these kids. I ain't want to be no mother. Try to keep a roof over your head, shoes on your feet. I'm in here cooking pork chops, and I don't even eat pork. So, baby, she thought he recorded his mama recorded him. She asking him, he's saying different questions. She agreeing with you. I'm disagreeing with you. Try, I agree with everything you said. Try, I don't care. And this mama, you can tell during this whole video, she was very stressed out. These kids done ran her crazy. She said, shoot, you the last one I'm trying to get out of here. Your other siblings, I didn't get, I kicked them out. So they had to be as disrespectful as he is. He's 17, and she can't wait till he turn 18 so he can get out of her house. I said, baby, oh good. He was ragging her tire in there. I said, ma'am, you can tell she going through it. These kids didn't put her through some stuff, and she tired. She tired of being a parent. She ready to have a single life. I am a single mother. Y'all daddy, you think you're gonna do any better? Your daddy don't even want you. That's why I'm stuck with you. I said, girl. I said, well, she ain't lied. I said, she ain't lied. She the one taking care of you because their daddy don't care no. I said, and she already told that man how she felt, and he still ain't come get you. Meaning he's saying you good where you at because he don't want you either. But let's move on from there. Let's get into the mess of the mess of the mess, baby. And we got the Chantel, Jackie Christie daughter. So she came out to let us know how she felt. Hold up. To let us know how she really felt, since her mama She came out to address the silence and everything and how she felt about the whole incident that happened. I'm just gonna paraphrase it very well that I can. She was ended up expressing how she feels. She said, "I don't." She said, "Yes, I do feel bad about some of the stuff that happened on this season that I did," but she went, "I'm not running away from it. It is what it is. She said, this is my life, y'all." And when the comments come at her attacking her, stuff like that, and about the big old fight that happened between her and her mother. She said that, y'all didn't get to see the whole thing. My mother actually put her hands on me first, and I pushed her. That's what she's saying. But it can be chopped and screwed. We don't know. But what we see, it seemed like you literally pushed your mother. I said, but if you walk mother walking past you and she could have shoved her a little bit. I see that happening. But I said you actually should have just left the room. You the one wanted to walk back and tell she a no good mother, this and that. She knows she got a no good mother. That's why she didn't want to talk to you about the whole entire thing. But you went left and you got what you got. She said, y'all don't know my life. You ain't live in my shoes, so you don't know. Y'all may see a different side of my mother and stuff like that from T-wise, but y'all don't live with her. I said, it's true. Everybody people, the comments and stuff she was she was the favorite child. Yes, she was. I said her and her brother they her favorite kids. We know them Jackie favorite kids. We know that. But I said favorite kids, when you have a parent like Jackie Christie, if you remember back season 1, season 2, mom, when Jackie mom was here and her mom was on when the kids was her and kids, the mom was actually there and mom actually heard the grandkids how they felt about her. And the mom agreed with certain things that had happened. As they went up, mom was in the streets doing that. Grandma was watching them. She talked about that stuff. They talked about it. Grandma agreed with some of this, agreed with the grandkids on what they had to deal with. But it's what it is. I said all the way around, a lot of people saying that Doug need to get his tail. She needed to come for her daddy too. I don't know. I said because she could have expressed how she felt towards her dad, and her dad could have changed the things that he needed to do. But the issue is still with Jackie, their mom. With the mom. So I said it's crazy. But she came out to give her one too about, you don't know my life. You ain't walked in my shoes, and I stand by what I did. I do have some regrets on, some of the stuff that happened over the season, but it's what it is. I'm not running from it. And I said, it's just how I feel. I said, that's how she feel. I said, good for her. I said, I don't have a problem with it. I said, please. I said, I just hope you get some help. I hope you get therapy, because every time you have sat down with your mom, you even told your mom exactly how you feel during this season, and she don't care. Jackie is one of them parents that do not care. She don't care. She don't care what she did. She ain't gonna change it. She ain't gonna apologize for it. That's just how it is, plain and simple. Because she barely apologized to her friends. I said I don't expect her to apologize to her kids for what she have done. It's just what it is. But y'all tell me how you feel about it. Let me move on to the next. And that will be okay. So let's get into, the Department of Justice they actually came or said that Department of Justice actually told the White House that Donald Trump name was in Epstein's file. And they said that's fake news. It's like, we know it's real. We know he is in the documents. We know he have done, because they was boohoo good friends, buddy. We already know that, and that's the reason why the Republicans actually did vote where they're trying to stop. They stopping for it being released, his files. It's like, but y'all released the files of what happened to Martin Luther King Jr. Y'all released his files of what the investigation that went on about him when he was life was taken. You know, he was assassinated. Y'all released them all of a sudden with no problem, and but you want to release Epstein's files. Make it make sense. Make me know what I'm doing wrong. It's like it's okay for this man right here, orange face, to do everything under the sun, run for presidency twice, win. Well, he ran three times. He ran three times already, but won his second time, the last time, hopefully. You know, and he's allowed to do what he want to do. He allowed to destroy the United States and destroy everything that we got that was set up. I say, yeah. Tell me how y'all feel about it. Let's move on to the next. Now let's get into Malcolm Jamal Warner. So more details have came out. It's like it's getting deeper and deeper as it goes. It's like more and more details keep coming out, and now there's even more. They said that the police came out to let us know that he was actually with his daughter. He was actually swimming when they got swept up to a current in the water, and some surfers actually rescued the daughter, got her out of there, and then they had a lifeguard that was on call that helped get Malcolm out of the water, but he didn't survive, you know. But apparently, to come find out in Costa Rica, that beach that they were on is known for them currents and known to be a deadly beach. So I don't understand why. I said it makes me question a lot of things, like why weren't there um, better cautions set up? Because if that's a dangerous beach to be on and a dangerous beach to swim in because of them currents, why would that be open to the public to swim in? You know, that's just me. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about it. Let's move on to the next one. Um, let's get into. Okay, let's see if it comes up. Oh, it's Donald Trump again. It's my girl. It's my girl, Venus Williams, baby. So she ended up winning, and the second woman, the age of 45, to win a single match in a tournament. So congratulations to her. She ended up doing a little interview after that where she told that she has insurance called Cobra, and I think they get it. I think they get the insurance through playing through the tennis league. And she's saying, the cost was the cost was going. I go to doctors a lot, and so and the cost was getting there. So I had to come I had to come back out of retirement. I got to get these benefits. It's been over 2 years, and I said they get ready to collapse. So I got to get up out here and get back to work. So the interviewer told her, like, she telling the truth. She telling the truth. That insurance, yes, that's right. Yeah, she telling the truth because we talked about it. So congratulations to her. I'm happy that she's actually out here, doing what she do best. Best ever to play tennis. Them Williamsons know they're some bad suckers. I love them. Love them. Congratulations on your win against the 23-year-old. She's number tennis in the world. She's number 34. The younger is. I said, okay. She may be 23, but she ain't got the skill that that Venus Williams got. True. That was a tough match to be in. But let's move on to the next. Let's get into President Obama. So President Obama, former President Obama, ended up he ended up getting in to Donald Trump, because we know Donald Trump wanted to. I know there's a lawsuit or something. Yeah, he accused Obama of, was it treason? Treason. It was something. I forget. He did an interview, yeah, because of his Donald Trump. I think when he did he go up again? I said he did something. I can't remember what it was in my head. I said ugh, I have a headache right now. But I said yeah. Donald Trump tried to say that try to put something out on investigation or whatever, saying that he did, I want to say treason or whatever. And, Obama came out to say these accusations are bizarre accusations are ridiculous and it's a weak attempt to distract. I said, yes, trying to distract from all the bull that he has caused. And he been in office for over 100 days so far. So, yeah. So, Obama came out to let him know, like, you can put out anything you want about me, but ain't nothing. Ain't election. Yeah, he said that he had something to do with the election of 2016. Yeah. I said, yeah, I have a headache right now, and I don't really want to get into that. But we're going to move on to the next. Let's get into who's up. Okay, so Shameea. So she ended up, I want to say yes. So yesterday, people went on to her social media and stuff like that, trying to see that she removed um the tag of Atlanta Housewives from her social media. But come to find out, she come out to let them know, like, no, it was never up there. She said it's never been up there. I've never put it up there at all. So she said, yeah, there was no removal of anything. I just ain't never put it on any of my social media. I said, I can see that. I said, would I put it up there? I probably wouldn't either. I said, no, it don't. I said, she don't feel needed. So, yeah. And if she did remove it. I said, it don't mean anything. I said, please. They start filming what? Next month? They start filming next month for the season 17. So we'll find out if she'll be back again coming up next year. So it's what it is. Let's move on from there. Let's get into. Okay. Yeah, it was tragedy. That's what it was. Oh, I forget. Let me remember. Okay. So this mother ended up receiving this. Oh, well, she's an Ohio mother. Oh God. Ended up receiving life in prison for the murder of her 8-year-old son. As if she beat him and locked him in a closet. His body was found. Yeah, his body was found in the attic. Was found up in their attic. Uh, she said that she beat him because she beat him because that's what she grew up in. And I said, cycle does not mean you take your child through what you went through. I said you had one child. I said, it seemed like I think she had one child, and they said she could have went to her they said she could have went to her family if she couldn't handle it, but yeah, she killed this baby, 8-year-old baby. Um, it was something else. Let me see, because I know I was forgetting what it was, and it's hold up. Oh come on. Oh yeah, because she had a girlfriend and she was at in court crying about her getting life. Um the girlfriend got what did they say that woman get? I forget what the girlfriend got let's see. It said her girlfriend was it said they both were sentenced to life in prison for the murder. The mother also received 12-month sentence use of. Okay, it wasn't the mother. It was the girlfriend. Was it the girlfriend? No, it was the mother. The mother received an additional sent Additional sentence for abusing the courts. Yeah. This is horrible and sad. This baby life is gone because of a miserable mother and her girlfriend who is just no better than her. Um, so sad. But that, yeah, I have a headache. My head is killing me, and I said I'm not can't focus too well. But my apologies for it. For this headache, I said, baby, I can't focus because I actually read that story before. And I can't could remember nothing about it. But let's get into the mess of the mess. Let's continue. So the Jacksonville sheriff, they released that body foot. They released more body footage. Thought that they're doing something by showing another side of how from the body footage from the camera from the police officer that stopped pulled that young man, black man over. They thought they did something and they didn't. But it's like y'all are guilty for what y'all did to that man. Y'all abused that. Y'all ended up assaulting that man. Y'all did. So the man that him ended is now on relief. Now placed on leave. I don't know if it didn't say if he without pay or not, but he's placed on leave right now because they investigating it. But I said yeah. Also, the young man. I want to say his stepfather. Probably I forget his stepfather name, and I think he's a football player. He used to be a football player. I'm not sure, but the name sounds so familiar. But they ended up doing a press conference. They got their one civil rights lawyer, black lawyer. I forget his name. Is with them. So yes. That's what's going on there. Let me know how you feel about it. But that's all that I got for y'all today. Thank y'all for tuning in. Like, share, subscribe, and join the channel. Like, share, subscribe, and join the channel. It's your boy Paul. Thank y'all for tuning in, and I get back at y'all later. Bye, y'all. This thing really,